Hello, all. So, thank you to Reboot Reset Your Lifestyle today for hosting this live feature, featuring me as a guest speaker. So today I'm going to talk about sleep and business performance. I'm Dan Nakamura, and I'm from Life and Business Performance, as you can see, with Neuro Transformations. So I reprogram my client's mind to for them to achieve the highest performance possible in life and business. So I'm here to talk about how to improve your sleep and also the main issues for not having a good quality sleep. Okay, so you know that we have a lot of clients, a lot of people suffering with insomnia, and and they want to improve their performance, but sleeping bad, it's really really bad for how how you can perform in your daily tasks and your business. So we sleep like one third of our lives, like right? Many think that it's a waste of time, like I used to, but not sleeping for many years properly, it brought me down to a burnout. So I really know about what is having lack of sleep. All right. So, however, we all know how much sleep is important for health and performance. Not having a good night's sleep, but what is the consequences of not sleeping well? So many people feel like anxiety, irritable, like brain fog because cannot perform well. So it's like almost drinking alcohol and going to work, right, when you don't sleep well. So sleep is really really important. And also it affects our body composition. I don't know if you know this, but there are studies that talk about if you don't sleep well, you actually gain more fat. Your composition changes because of the growth hormone and the other chemicals, neurotransmitters as well. And also, it's interesting that sleep also affects our like health, because if you're not sleeping well, you cannot regenerate like your tissues, right? All the tissues in the body are getting fixed basically when you're sleeping. So it's really important to sleep well. If you don't sleep well, you can also get problems with hypertension, and the cholesterol issues. Everything changes if you're not sleeping well, and other bigger, chronic illnesses get worse as well. And it's interesting that we humans are the only mammals that fight off sleep, because there are no animals out there like saying that I gotta do something, I gotta do this and that, so I'm not gonna sleep right now, right? So animals basically sleep when they feel like it, but we don't do that, right? We are always like delaying our sleep, so that's really bad for your health. And so some things that you can do to improve your sleep, many of them I know that you've heard of, but I'm going to put it right here. And I have a list also because I don't want to miss anything. So one thing that you could do and you should do, and I do this usually, is to set up an alarm, okay, and for your bedtime as well, not just when you wake up. So it's really important to have like a cycle, right? Because people nowadays are live you should live like this, right? You go up like active, then cool down, active and cool down, right? But many people, the people that I meet a lot, also when I do therapies, because I have some patients also, I have a clinic, and many people are living like this. They are like waking up and so stressed, and they cannot, wind down. So the sleep is really bad. So it's like, and they should be going like this, right? So rhythm is really important in our lives. It's important to sleep mostly, around the same time, wake up around the same time. Even, on the weekends, you should do this, and also vacations if you can. All right. So also avoid caffeine, drugs, obviously alcohol. I have some people that say like, when I drink, I feel that I'm sleeping better, or I can fall asleep faster. But actually, when you drink alcohol, the thing is the quality of your sleep declines a lot. All right, a lot. Okay. I don't know. I have a watch and I track my sleep, and I usually don't drink because I don't drink, I don't smoke, you know, but sometimes, you go to a party, maybe I drink like a glass of wine or something. But my sleep actually, the quality of sleep actually changes because of that, because of one habit. Just drink a little bit, but it makes a difference for the quality of your sleep. So your REM sleep and the deep sleep gets affected. You don't get much of REM sleep or deep sleep. You get just light sleep. So that's really bad because it's important to have those all the stages of sleep, in the with the right quantity. Yeah, so alcohol is a big no, um, especially before sleep. So you could drink, maybe if you drink, maybe a cup of wine, maybe on lunchtime, but not, when you're eating dinner. All right. So also a good way to, like, babies, we parents know how to have a routine, right? Like a ritual, for your kids. Usually they bathe, then relax, and then, relax even more, and then go to sleep, right? So we should do that as well. We shouldn't be like working like crazy on the computer and then, just brush your teeth and change and go to sleep, because your mind is racing, so it's important to have like a downtime. So I would, if you have, sleeping issues, I would have this planned as well. You could like set an alarm, not for the time that you're gonna sleep, but like an hour before you're gonna sleep, maybe an hour and a half. You could, if you could do that. All right. So also one thing is, many people also like to have like a big screen, right, or TV on your bed, in your bedroom, right? I actually don't like that. My wife does, so she uses the TV, but I don't. I don't like it. But yeah, I didn't want to get into an argument with her, so we got this TV. Uh, but it's not a good idea to, lay down and watch TV, or, lay down on your bed and you do something else instead of sleeping, because it's really important. It's like NLP, anchoring, anchoring, like you anchor a feeling and emotion to some place or something, right? Or your body or whatever. So what you're doing, if you're like laying down and watching TV, or I don't know, reading, studying, all the stuff, you're anchoring also those emotions to the place. So what you have to anchor there in your bed, you just, relax and sleep, right? So other than that, you shouldn't be in on your bed, all right? Other than that, and then, you shouldn't be doing all the stuff when you're there. You have to sleep. So anchor that emotion of, it's time to relax, it's time to sleep on your bed. Okay. So, and another thing, this is interesting. I think that maybe you never heard about this, because it's something new. It's about neuroscience. One thing you could do, okay, to regulate your circadian rhythm. So, is like, we have cells in your eyes, right, that absorb light, and, they're sensitive to light, right? And those are the only cells that can have this connection with light. So what we should do is, like, when you wake up, the first thing you should do is not obviously watch the screen, right? The phone screen. You should actually wake up, go outside, and absorb the light, the natural light, the sunlight, because that's going to give information to your brain that it's time to, be awake, because there are different kind of wavelength of light, right? I'm watching there because I'm watching the light, but so different kind of wavelength of lights stimulate your brain differently. Okay. So after, so you should, go outside when you wake up, and even if you go to your balcony or something, it's good, and stay there for a few minutes, and activate the brain as well. And then when the sun is setting, you should also go outside and see the sunset if you can, because there are like different colors, right? Beautiful colors on and sunset, right? And when you do that, you're activating also and telling your brain that it's time to cool down, to relax, and go to sleep. All right. Another thing is exercise. But sure, exercise is good, but don't do it like right before you're going to sleep, because you're going to activate your metabolism and all this stuff. So you should do like 20, 30 minutes a day, but not close to your bedtime. All right. So another thing that I would like to talk about really fast is about supplements. Many people, take supplements. Magnesium is really good to relax and stuff like that, right? And like valerian root, passion flower. So it's good, right? But there is something that is, many people are taking now, that is like actual hormone. It's melatonin, and melatonin works really good because it helps you sleep faster. But the thing is, obviously, um, it's not, you should work on why you're not sleeping well, why you cannot fall asleep, instead of like taking just this supplement, because it's not built inside of you. So it's not, it's natural, but it's not the best way. And the thing is, people think that, oh, I'm not sleeping well, I cannot fall asleep, so I have to take melatonin to sleep faster, right? And many people take melatonin, but the thing is, you fall asleep, but sometimes the quality of sleep is not that good. All right. And what is the problem? The problem is that every day you have cortisol, the stress hormone, and the cortisol levels are really high in the morning because that's how you wake up. The cortisol level starts to rise, like I don't know, 4 or 5, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., then you wake up, all right? And the melatonins are dropping. That's why you wake up, right? And then at night, it should be the opposite. So the melatonin levels are going to be higher and the cortisol level are going to be lower. Then you fall asleep. But the thing is, everyone nowadays are so stressed that the cortisol levels don't get lower. So it's so high that even if the melatonin that you produce, you feel that it's not enough. You're not feeling sleepy. You're so agitated. Okay. So the thing is, what I do basically is important. What is important is that you have to control, not control, but you know, have a less stressful life if you can. But I know that you have a lot of stuff to do. We have, work, business, a lot of, chores, taking care of kids, all the stuff, right? So I know that it's difficult, but if you have like a mind that is always overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, you cannot focus, you're thinking about all the stuff, worrying, trying to solve a lot of different puzzles at the same time. So many people do this at night, so that's why they cannot fall asleep as well. So you have to work also with your mindset, because you will do, everything that you have to do, even if you're anxious and doing, stressfully, but you could do it, more relaxed. And actually, if you're more relaxed, your rational mind works better, right? So there's a part of your mind that believes that you have to do it all stressed out, but you have to work with that part of the mind, that limiting belief that I have to do a lot of stuff. I have to work so much, instead of quality. So we have to work with that part of the mind to tell that part of the mind that, you should be more relaxed. Okay. Do one thing at a time, and then you can solve problems better and actually also create a better business if you are more relaxed, right? If you're not overwhelmed. So yeah, that's a really important thing to do, because when you do that, the cortisol levels, at the daytime are not going to raise so much. It's going to raise, but it can have the time to go down. When you're sleeping, the melatonin goes up, or before you sleep, and then you can fall asleep better, and the quality of sleep is going to be better as well. And also, obviously, because we have a lot of people like trying to solve all the problems at night, right? Negative thoughts coming in. When you're almost sleeping, you remember that, oh, I got to do this and that, right? So there's like a part of the mind that wants to do a lot of stuff at night. Okay, because maybe that part of the mind thinks that it's a good idea to think about the next day or solve problems when you're laying down, but actually it's not, right? Because you should be getting quality sleep to get a quality life. Okay, and perform better in business and in your life. Yeah. So let me see if I forgot if I talked about everything. Yeah, basically that's it. So what I want to say is that you should work also with a mindset and learn to, okay, you could do meditation as well. Learn to, unwind, relax. So just to finish, I would, you should think about sleep as a priority, something really important, because it is really important. It is because if you sleep well, you're going to perform much, much, much better, even if you work a little bit less. All right. It's like if you're going to have a test, are you going to study all night or are you going to sleep? It's better to sleep actually than studying and do it, and, performing badly at the test because you're not rested enough. So prioritize your sleep, change your habits, the habits that are consciously, that the ones that you can consciously change, right? Like bedtime, like I said, exercise and all this stuff. And then you also have to work with the subconscious mind, the part that of your mind that doesn't want to rest or needs or thinks that it's important to solve problems at night. And also, the part that is so with anxiety and stressed in your day-to-day life. So you have to work with that as well. So I hope this this call helps you to prioritize your life, your sleep, and also, start to make you change the routines and start working with your mind for you to have a better quality sleep. All right, a better your quality of sleep is really, really important. So work on that. Thank you, and I'll talk to you on the next live. Bye bye.